I'm not playing Payday today. No. No. No, that was rough. No, I'm playing something different. You know, sometimes you just kind of need a mental health that... Fine. I mean, I can't just not upload today, because you're already watching a video. Could I get somebody else to make a video for me? I know just the person. Yeah.
So, let's talk about Grenadier weapons. These are a weapon archetype that fires grenades in various predictable arcs that can clear rooms very easily. Why am I explaining this all to you? Well, because I like explosives and I'm not E3K. Probably. In this video, I'll be discussing two builds I personally run on Mayhem 2 Deathwish and above, both of which containing an ever-handy explosive. First build we're going to be going over today is what I call Tank and Flank, because it's very tanky. It is an armor-based shotgun build. So for our primary, we are going to have the Brothers Grimm 12-gauge shotguns with triple-aught buck, shark tooth nozzle, auto-fire, gadget of your choice, and a Big Brother magazine. Our secondary is the Arbiter, with literally no mods except a sight of your choice. I personally just put the combat sight on because I liked how it looked with the skin, and it's only there to give me the extra stability to reach a perfect 100-100. Our melee is Ice Pick, but anything in the 70-450 damage archetype will do for you. Throwable is Dynamite. I could also exchange it for the
Incendiary
grenades, but whatever. First Aid Kit, Combined Tactical Vest, and our perk deck is Infiltrator. Infiltrator is really weird. I don't see a lot of people using Infiltrator anymore, if ever. Infiltrator's got this beginning perk that you take less damage when you're surrounded. Melee damage increases every time you do it, which combined with the consecutive damage resistance perks for being within a medium range, which is not very helpful because I don't know the actual numbers. But the main thing I'm using this for is Life Drain, which says that striking an enemy with your melee regenerates 20% of your health on a 10-second cooldown. That sounds like a pretty rad skill. Like, if that was like 5%, that seems kind of dumb, but 20%, that's a fifth of your health right there. And it works on melee hit, not kill, not even damage. I hit a shield head on with this thing, and I got my health back. It's a pretty nice trade. But let's look at the key skills that we got for this build. For Mastermind, I got Combat Medic and Quick Fix Basic and Uppers Aced. This is so that if I'm in a pickle, I can throw a first aid kit down at my feet. If I run out of health, it automatically just kind of gets eaten like a cupcake. It's fine. In Controller, I have Forced Friendship, Confident, Joker, Partners in Crime, and Hostage Taker all aced. Just skip it on Stockholm Syndrome. I've never seen anyone who actually uses that. We have Stable Shot just for extra stability, and in Enforcer, we have Underdog aced, Shotgun CQB aced, Shotgun Impact, Close By aced for running and gunning, and the extra magazine size, and Overkill Basic just so that our Brothers Grimms keep on grimmin'. In Tank, Resilience aced, Die Hard Basic, Shock and Awe aced for dealing with shields when we don't feel like taking out our Arbiter, Bullseye, and Iron Man Basic just for the extra armor value. Technician literally just has Steady Grip. That's it. Moving on. I have Duck and Cover and Parkour aced for running and reloading, and Shockproof Basic because if you get tased with Brothers Grimm out, then it's not a very pretty sight. Second one just for the heck of it. I have Equilibrium and Akimbo aced so that my Brothers Grimm have the maximum amount of ammo I possibly can, and 9 lives aced just because if I feel like taking this Deathwish, then I can. The build is very capable of shredding through Mayhem heists on loud and is pretty capable of Deathwish heists as well, although by no means great to solo with, and has one major weakness: big open areas. Using the speed limiting CTV, it's very easy to get sniped out of position and downed in an area you really don't want to be in. The main strength of the build is you can run into an area, pump out a ton of damage, and get plenty of kills, so when your armor breaks, you run to another angle and do it again. While on longer heists, the sheer amount of ammo the Grimms had was fairly small, and I required to make a lot of ammo runs a bit more often than I'd like to admit. But ammo is not actually a big problem here, as a single box can restore 4 to 8 shells of ammo each, meaning that if you're using the build properly, you shouldn't have any issues with that. You run in, mow down a crowd of enemies, pick up all the boxes, like you're never there. But this is a Grenadier build, right? The Arbiter does its job, and does it well. The lower damage per shot compared to the Compact 40 is noticeable, but combining the rapid-fire frame of this weapon and decent magazine size, as well as its nearly missile launcher-like arc with very little fall-off, the weapon shreds Captain Winters and gets rid of snipers pretty well. Converts were mostly used as backup for when the 10-second cooldown of Life Drain was active, and if used properly, the build can work on Death Wish, but I wouldn't personally take it to 1 down. Okay, our second build of this video is going to be something I call the Glass Cannon, and we'll see why in a second. For our primary, I'm using the GL40, with the Pirate Barrel and sawed-off stock for maximum concealment. I even have a concealment boost just for the heck of it. For our secondary, I have the Heather submachine gun, using the stubby compensator, concealment boost, auto fire, simple laser gadget, speed pull magazine, no sight, and the unfolded stock. I am using Ice Pick as the melee because I like the Ice Pick, I guess, and Incendiary Grenade as the throwable, as well as Doctor Bag, Lightweight Ballistics Vest, and Anarchist. The way I've always heard about Anarchist is that it just gives you like super armor, basically. Regenerates very slowly and in chunks instead of like regular armor that regenerates all at once, as well as has the passive effect that you get armor back by dealing damage, with a cooldown of 1.5 seconds, which is pretty generous actually. So let's look at our skills and how it sets up. In Mastermind, I got Combat Medic, Painkillers Aced, Combat Doctor Aced, and Inspire, because this is considered a death sentence build. I've taken it there a few times too. I got Stable Shot, Rifleman, and Aggressive Reload Basic just to make sure my Heather reloads nice and quick. I have Underdog and Enforcer aced, Resilience aced, Die Hard Basic, Shock and Awe Basic, Bullseye aced, and Iron Man Basic. In Technician, I have Steady Grip aced, Fire Control, Surefire, and Lock and Load Basic, just to make sure that my SMG can keep up with all of the enemies that will most likely be coming at it. Over in Ghost, I have Duck and Cover aced, Inner Pockets aced, Parkour, and Shockproof Basic, as well as Second Wind Basic, Optical Illusions, High Value Target, and Low Blow. Low Blow is a real kicker about this build, and we'll go more on that in a second. Over in Fugitive, I have 9 Lives aced, Martial Arts Basic, Bloodthirst aced, Berserker aced, and Frenzy Basic. So remember how I said that Low Blow was so important? That's because this is a very low concealment build, which causes crits to be incredible, combined with the already good damage increase by Berserker. So what about this one? Despite its name, this build has and will continue to carry me through Death Sentence 1 down heists, and it does it quite well. Much like the previous build, the GL40 grenade launcher is great at clearing crowds, and a benefit of pairing Bloodthirst Ace's perk to spit 3 to 4 shells out in rapid reload fashion dealt with crowds when ammo in the Heathers was low, but it wasn't really that great at providing for itself. The Heather itself is a personal favorite of mine because it's fast, loud, and easily concealable. A great perk when combined with Low Blow for critical hits becomes absolutely horrifying. This thing can melt a dozer in 17 shots. That's just a little more than half a magazine. The gun essentially requires to be fired in bursts though, as its higher rate of fire can blow through its available ammo pretty quickly. And just like the Grims, the weapon can get 4 to 9 rounds per box, meaning that careful bursts can and will make it last. Shockproof Basic was thrown in as a precaution as well. Main downside about the build, however, is, much like the name would suggest, you are incredibly fragile. Very fast, but very weak. The low concealment armor setup used for crits, and the low health that was put on you by Berserker and Frenzy, puts you at an automatic disadvantage over crowds of enemies, requiring you to jump from cover to cover and peek as little as possible, at least on higher difficulties. Bullseye aced and Anarchist passive armor regeneration on damage makes headshots incredible for when you want to get back into the fight, but if you get caught out in the open, it's either pray that they're a bad shot or pray that Anarchist will hold you up another second. Overall, Grenadier weapons are a lot of fun if paired with a reliable side weapon to use when not chucking shrapnel in every which way from a good distance, and that these builds are what I personally run and are totally up to personalization. It's a really odd experience to think that I'm doing this for a change. Well, thanks for listening. Hope you enjoy blowing stuff up.
Well, thank you, Dan, for taking my job for about 10 minutes or so. You did a pretty good job for this being your first time making a video like this. He hasn't done one of these before, so go easy on him. I think he did a great job for a first shot. Mine wasn't much better. And if you'd like to see more of his stuff, I've linked his channel in the description, as well as our channel, Source Code, where Dan, I, and maybe a friend or two play some cooperative or competitive games together. Hope you enjoy what he put together for us. I think I might actually run these builds in like a follow-up video, because I'm curious as heck. Infiltrator. I think Dan did a good job, and I'm proud of him for stepping up and trying something like this for the first time. We'll see you sometime later, and I'll see you next week for Scarface. Oh, that feels odd, no. But either way, thanks for watching, and until next time, I will see you around.